HighLevel is a marketing agency-based program that boasts a fixed-priced model with the capability to white-label marketing agency services. And with me are the co-founders, Varun, Varun, and also Robin Alex. Great to have you here. And my co-host, Colin Jordan. Great to have you back here at the NASDAQ. So just tell me about the history of HighLevel. What problem were you trying to solve when you created the company?
Yeah, so we started back, 6 years ago now. We started out as a software really going after small businesses, but the challenge there was the software is not everything that you need. You actually need someone to help implement it. So we started working with marketing agencies early on with the idea that marketing agencies can leverage the software, they can white label it, put their brand on it, go to these same small businesses and be the person to help implement the software. And through that, we've been able to grow the past 5-6 years, close to 60,000 customers now.
Very good. And you know, marketing has evolved tremendously over these past few years. So tell us a little bit more about the marketing industry, the way that it's continuing to evolve, and kind of how you guys are attacking that.
Yeah, you know, right now everything's all about AI. You got to have AI layered into it. But as small businesses, you're always focused on, you know, getting more leads in, getting more contacts, getting more people to join your business. And so the way to do that is not only through online advertising, whether it's through Facebook ads, Google ads, but then also communicating with them. So text messaging, emailing, making sure all those communication paths are right there at your fingertips. And we want to make it accessible for every business to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Varun, what sets HighLevel apart from some of the competition, like HubSpot, ClickFunnels?
Yeah, so I think there's a few things that make us interesting. The first is the all-in-one. The fact that all of the tools that you need to make a small business successful are all available in one spot. I think the price point, the fact that we're flat price, we don't charge per user, per contact, per account. It's the same price no matter how many clients you have. I think that sets us apart. And the final thing is the way our software gets delivered. It's not just the software, it's the software package with the outcome. When the agency goes into the small business, they're able to deliver outcomes for them, not just the software. And I think that sets us apart as well.
So you guys talked about having 60,000 customers. That's a really healthy number after just a few short 6 years. You know, who is your target market as far as who you're going after? Is it small? Is it medium size? And then how are you actually, you know, targeting them and acquiring those customers?
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, we want every business in the world to be able to use our software, and we know that we have the right tool to be able to accomplish that. But right now, the easiest method for us has always been working through marketing agencies, and the easiest approach is the marketing agencies who are serving the smallest of the smallest businesses. So your local dentist, your local plumber, making sure that they get to success. And the way that we look at it is, can these agencies help these small businesses to grow their day-to-day activities? And the more that they're able to do that, the more that they're going to talk about it, of how much success they're having, right. Which we're able to create a virality effect, you know, mostly in local communities and things like that.
Yeah, which is very different from, you know, a typical model where people, I think, kind of want to go upstream and start to attack more like large businesses, enterprise. Talk a little bit about that as well, because you're basically making a volume play that, hey, there are millions of small businesses across the country that also need help with marketing. So.
Yeah. So you know, with marketing agencies, they typically represent a handful of clients. You know, whether it's 5, 10, sometimes 100 or 1,000. So if we're able to really empower the marketing agency, we're able to tap into their audience very quickly, their customers, and they're also niche based. So many marketing agencies, they focus on the plumbers, so they'll have a huge list of plumbers that's underneath them. So that through that distribution model, we're able to acquire customers very quickly.
I think another thing that's important there is we love working with small businesses as well, more than the enterprises, because most of them serve their local communities. Any money that they make gets invested back in that community. They hire local, they invest local. So we love working with those type of businesses over, you know, bigger franchises.
Makes sense.
I love that. So yeah, and they certainly need the help in a cost-effective way for them. You've kind of described this a little bit, but Varun, could you elaborate on what you attribute your success to?
Got it. So I think today, for most small businesses to be found, they need to have a significant digital presence. So they need, when someone searches for the small business on Google, they need to make sure that they rank high enough to be picked. And when someone sees them on that Google listing, they're going to either hit the call button, or Google now has a text option. They have the ability to book an appointment directly on that listing. So they need to have all of these assets plugged in. And when someone places that call or that message, they better respond right away. If you miss the call, if someone's calling to get their plumbing fixed or because they have issues with their teeth, they want you to pick up. And if you don't, they move on to the next business on the list. So So you need to pick up that call, you need to receive that text message, and that's where we help them. We plug a lot of AI on the back end to make sure that every call is answered. If it isn't, we send a text message back and we engage with that business. And we can automatically book appointments for small businesses without them ever having to be involved. So that really is how we help them, and that's what sets us apart.
Yeah, you guys have been really innovative in basically all of the areas of the business, right? The technology that you build, the things that you're providing for customers, but also in the way that you're attacking the market in terms of your own marketing, right? So using that affiliate model, how do you guys see that continuing to evolve? Because clearly it's been working for you guys, and it's a lot different than the traditional way that most people are going about building.
Yeah, if you look at the world and the way that it's working, it's all through influencers and just influential people. When they recommend a brand, recommend a product, you're going to take it a little bit more seriously because they have a little bit more conviction in what they're promoting. And for us, we've taken that kind of the next level there, where we're really incentivizing our customers to recommend it to their friends and to their communities and to their groups. So the more that they're able to get success within the platform, the more committed they are to telling their friends and their other business colleagues, you should use this software as well. And so through that referral, they're able to come into HighLevel there.
Nice.
And this actually plays a significant part in our pricing as well. The reason we're able to charge a flat price and be cheaper than most of our competitors is if you look at where they spend a majority of their money, it's on marketing ad spend and then sales teams to close those deals. The fact that we don't have to spend that money on ads or close those deals means we can spend that money on improving the product and just giving our customers a better deal.
That brings up an interesting point. Where do you see digital marketing going, and how does HighLevel fit into that?
Yeah.
You can both chime in on that if you'd like.
Yeah, for me, the way that digital marketing is really pushing towards is being as humanistic as possible, really natural, but you have to be at every channel that every person in the world uses, whether it's through texting, emailing, but on all the social platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And so with our tools, we're basically connecting into all those areas. And so not only can you push advertising or website traffic or whatever that you have to represent your business into those channels, we're also building the ability so that you can receive the communications from your potential customers.
Yeah. And I think the other thing, I mean, we've already mentioned AI thrice, but it's impossible not to mention AI multiple times today. But a lot of what businesses were doing before, whether it's social media posting, creating websites for themselves, ads, ad copy, there's a lot of AI that's coming into play for all of the marketing channels. So we continue to innovate there.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we have the full tool stack to really represent your brand online. And what we're really trying to do is empower the business to get back to what they normally do, right? If you're the dentist, you need to get back to being the best dentist, not focusing on, how to represent your brand online. And so we're building the tools so that becomes on autopilot while you can go back to being the best at what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's where a lot of people are headed, right? I think overall in business, we're getting back to this like specialty and specialized service, right? So absolutely see that. I kind of have a two-parter here. So number one, as far as the future goes, right? So from a product roadmap perspective, you talked a little bit about AI again in some of the products that you have rolling out, but is there anything remarkable that we should be on our radar right now?
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple things we do. So the first thing that's interesting about how we build the roadmap is we actually have an ideas list that all of our customers go put ideas on, and the customer base votes on it. So we're very democratic in how we decide to build, what we decide to build, and they can follow along the entire journey. So one item that we're working on now is inbound calling, and this is like a overflow service. So when a business receives a call, if they're not able to answer it, AI can answer the call for them, and it will take a message on a call. So it will answer the call as your business. I'm sorry, but Bob's not available. Can I take a message? Can I get your phone number? I'll have him call back as soon as possible. So what an answering service used to do before, the AI can do for you. And that's something we're releasing this quarter.
Awesome. And then so part two, overall from a company perspective, I heard you have some news to announce, which is awesome, but give us a little bit of idea. Is there anything coming up? Anything else that should be on our radar from a company perspective?
Yeah, so we did partner with a private equity firm to become a new minority investor with us. It's General Atlantic.
Wow.
They're a phenomenal firm. They've worked with the Snapchats, the Ubers, all the largest companies out there. They're basically doing the checkbox for us, and that, yeah, this is a legitimate company, you know, and what they're doing and their approach and something super innovative. So we're excited about that. And really partnering with them is going to allow us to really continue what we've already been doing, but at a larger scale. So as we go into other markets, get into, you know, from a worldwide aspect, partnering with a company like that will get us there a lot faster and do it in the right ways.
That's awesome.
Yeah, congratulations on that. That's great.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you so much for coming in and explaining High Level.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.